Hey friends, so I am making sourdough today. So yeah, I've got 475 grams of bread flour in here and 10 grams of salt, and I'm going to zero that out, and I'm going to add 310 grams of water, and we're actually going to go ahead and do an autolyse. So we won't mix it. To do that, we won't mix in our starter yet. We'll mix in our water, and then to our salt and our flour, which is already in here, and then we're going to mix that up really good. We're going to close it up, and we're going to let it sit for a little while. So yeah, that changes the way the bread does. Now, I can't explain how, but it does. And then we'll come back. I'll come back usually 30 minutes to an hour and put in my starter. Yeah, so let's get this zeroed out, and we'll get our 310 grams of water, warm water. Almost. Really close. Not quite. Okay, 310. Move that scale out of our way so we don't have to continue with that. And let's give it a good mix. Mix this up. May have to go in with my hand. Not sure. We'll see. But you want to get it mixed where there's no flour, traces of flour showing. You know, completely, thoroughly mixed in there really good. Yeah. Not so sure how this is going to do. It's really cold here right now. It's like we're, yeah, going through every season. So I'm not so positive how it's going to act. Get that incorporated in there good. Get that in there good and get this doing its set. Rest, I guess is the best way to put it. And then we will add our sourdough starter, which I named mine Louvenia. So we'll be adding Louvenia to this dough. And yeah. Almost got it. Okay, I think we got her in there. I think we got all the flour mixed in. Pretty good. Good as we're going to get it. I don't see any traces showing still. Nice dough ball. So now I'm going to close that back up. I'll just put my lid back on there. And I'll set this aside and we'll come back to it. I'll bring you back whenever I come back to it. Okay, I think we're ready to put in our starter, Lavinia. So yeah, nice and bubbly. Oh my goodness, yeah, really bubbly. Oh my goodness, I think we're in like blackberry winter here or something, because it is, yeah, the weather is really weird. So I've got my scale here. Let me get that. Okay. Now we want to have 95 grams of active sourdough starter, and Lavinia is very, very active. So yeah, maybe I can show you. Just a moment. Look how bubbly. She's just all bubbly and happy today. Okay, so we're going to put in 95 grams of Lavinia sourdough starter, whatever yours is called. Okay, 95. This thing does not want to do fives. I have not seen a 5 on this scale, and it's brand new. Have not seen a 5 yet. Yeah, so 96. I tried and tried and tried to get this thing to do 5s, and for some reason it doesn't. So I usually just go with 96. Okay, looking good. Got my, I'm just stirring her back down. I'm going to go in with the dough whisk first. So maybe I don't, because I know it's so sticky right now, it's worse. I'm going to get it all over my hand, which I'm probably going to anyhow, but you know. Okay, put the scale over here. Okay, I'm just going to try to fold it in on itself on that starter. Yeah, thought that might work, but doesn't seem to be working too good. Oh my goodness, we'll try though. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe it is. I'm just going around and folding it in on itself to kind of get that starter incorporated in there. Looking pretty good, actually. Still not sure what this one's going to be. I don't know. I may do, I wasn't as pleased with my last cheese. So I may do another cheese. Then again, I have been wanting to do an everything bagel. So, I don't know. And then I've been thinking about doing chocolate. Some chocolate bread. Okay, I'm going to go in with my hands. Better take off my bracelets. I'll have them all messy if I don't. So, I'm just kind of doing some stretching folds basically to get that in there, that starter. Now I'm gonna go around the sides and just kind of let it wipe the sides a bit. Okay, I think I got it probably as good as I'm gonna get it, honestly. I've got it pretty much incorporated in there. See? So I'm gonna cover this up and I'm going to time it down to like 30 minutes. Do some stretch and folds. I'll probably bring you back and we'll do some stretch and folds on it and go from there, basically. Okay, let's do a stretch and fold. I'm just wetting the tips of my fingers just a tad in water. Trying not to rip it, just stretching the dough. Okay, I think we've done enough for now. So I'm gonna set the timer and I'll do some more stretch and folds. I'm not gonna bring you back for all of them because I know that's just probably boring to you. And but yeah, we're getting there. It just takes a little while. I'm gonna do like wait 30 minutes, do more stretch and folds. I'll probably do like 4 rounds at least for sure. Okay, she's nice and bubbly. So, see if I can get her to pull away from the sides without being too sticky. This one ain't quite as sticky. I have one that was real sticky that I done. I'm trying to remember what day that was. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Get her to pull away. Don't want it to leave any. Bring it all with you. Lavania bread. Dough bread. Oh, she done good. Look. Okay, I like that. Okay, now this one I've decided sticky. I'm going to do cheese. Yeah, I know I do a lot of cheese. People like cheese though. I love cheese. I'm a cheese like fanatic. I love cheese. Now I tried one of the bries that I don't know if I eat it wrong or what, but I didn't care for it. One of the ones with the mold on it. But I don't know if I ate it right. I'm not so sure. Face is itching. And then there was a smoked one. that I did not like. Other than that, I've not seen one I didn't like. Now, I try to avoid like anything hot because, yeah, it'll mess with me. I can't handle a lot of heat. So I'm going to put a few of these little pieces like this. I like heat, but yeah, it's kind of a health trigger for me if it's too hot. I've actually got, there's actually a live stream me and my son was in on my YouTube channel where we were trying hot jerky, and it actually triggered me into a seizure. So yeah, I try to avoid anything that is ridiculously hot. I can stand, you know, it's not that I can't take heat, but it just triggered me. And yeah, and I always loved stuffed jalapenos, but they've also been a trigger before, so I don't really use them much. Now, sweet bell peppers and stuff like that doesn't seem to bother me. Sometimes they'll mess with my stomach. Yeah, that's some stomach issues, but other than that, not so much. A little bit of shredded. I love bacon. It's a real passion, I'm telling you. You ever start, if you really like it, and good luck pulling away from it. I love it. I love bacon. I had someone on Facebook say, you really like cooking, don't you? Or you really love cooking. And I'm like, I like cooking, but I love bacon. Yeah. There's a difference. Yep. I can let someone else cook all day long. Yeah, that would be awesome. But if they're going to be in there baking, I'm probably going to be in there with them, helping them. So, because I enjoy it. I just, yeah. Oh, this thing's handling beautifully. I love it. I know, can't put no more cheese. I put too much. I know, I'm like a cheese fiend. It's true. It is. Roll her up, roll her up, roll her up. Boom. Okay. I need some. I always think there's, you know, there can't be too much cheese, but then I bake a loaf and I have all that oil come out because of the cheese, and I'm like thinking, oh my goodness, butter. No, it's, you put too much cheese spring. So, that's, yeah. You just have to learn your limits, I guess. Oh. Oh, don't. It's sticking to my hand. Okay. Don't want to, like, bust her open or anything. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to put her in here. Now, we're going to be baking her in the Romertopf. Yeah. Those last cheese ones I made, I did in the loaf pan. I was not pleased, to say the least. So, yeah. So, I'm like, yeah. I had put up my Romertopf. I had stuck them up in the cabinet. So that, because I don't want them getting broke, you know. And it's kind of hard to get them out because I have to get up on a chair. I'm on, you know, I mean, everybody thinks I'm really tall. I'm like 5'5½". So I'm not the tallest. But, you know, I'm taller than some. But yeah, so I have to get up on a chair to get things out of the top of that cabinet. And I opted to use that pan, loaf pan, for my sourdough. And then I was like, no, let's get the Romertopf out. I need to get me a Dutch oven too. I really do. I think the only one I've got is like a metal one, and that's one way of burning up your bread easily. I had a Dutch oven, but the enamel was coming off of it, so I got rid of that because I didn't trust it. You know what I'm saying? I need to get me a wrought iron one or something like that. Almost got her pinched. I have to watch because my nails will pinch a hole in her. Okay, looking pretty. Bam. Looks pretty good. I think what I might do with this one, look, she's jiggly. I think what I might do is I'm thinking about on top of it putting some of the everything bagel seasoning. I think that might go good with the cheese, actually. I don't know. I know I made that one that had the everything bagel on it, but it didn't really have enough to really, it all fell off, to be honest with you, whenever I was got it out and everything. So yeah, I got to think about whether I want to use butter to top with, or whether I want to use an egg wash. I could use an egg wash, but I'm aiming for the butter, really, because I know that's going to make my crumbs, I like my crumbs softer. Crunchy's fine, but you know, some people, if it's too hard, it'll hurt their teeth. But yeah, that's what we got going on. And whenever I get ready to score and put in the Romertopf, I'll bring you back. Okay, I just got her out of the fridge, so this is our cheese. Hopefully she wasn't over for a minute. I had things I had to do yesterday, so I was late of getting her rolled and all. So we will see, but hopefully not. And sometimes you just can't, you know, like stay home and watch it like a hawk or such. Okay. Got me some paper here. Oh, these things kind of annoying sometimes. I need to get me a real one. Or one, I don't know. I guess those are real too, but they're silicone. I don't know. Everyone says the other ones work better. Okay. Okay. And my Romertopf is already hot because I baked one of my I can't remember what it's called, loaf that we always eat. So yeah, I just left it in there. So I'm going to just score it. Hope everybody's having an awesome day today. Remember to eat something. Take your vitamins. Drink your water. I had a cup of coffee today, so I've got to drink water. I did eat me some of my homemade a piece of homemade multigrain toast. So yeah. Okay, I've got that scored. I just did something simple. We got bubbles blowing outside right there. I want to put the everything bagel on this. And I know last time I made an everything bagel, I just done it like this right here, and it seemed to stick pretty good. I still want to try putting it on though, wetting it and putting it on before I put it into the Banneton. I still want to do that. I haven't done that yet. I may have a long time ago, but you know, that was years ago, back whenever I baked the last time. Baked the sourdough anyhow. But it stuck pretty good. Last time I did it this way for the everything bagel. I don't know, it just seems like everything bagel would go good with cheddar cheese to me. I don't know, but I want to make some bagels. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get this into the oven in the Romertopf, which normally would not be hot, and my oven would not be already preheated, but I just got that loaf out, so I went ahead and went with it because I've got some running I've got to do. So yeah, I'll bring you back once we get her where we want her to be. Oh, there she is. She looks good. Rose. We're gonna give her about probably 15 to 20 more minutes in there, but yeah, looking good so far. Okay, here she is. She got a little bit brown. A little bit brown. Not burnt though. Top's a little toasty. Smells really good though, I have to say. I think it's going to be good with that everything bagel and the cheddar cheese, which I didn't put too much this time because I don't have a load of oil seeping out. Just a little bit. So, yeah. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to be cutting this one. I'm giving it away. So, yeah. If you like the content I create, you like baking with me, friends, just follow me. I would appreciate that. And, yeah, till next time. Bye.